Hello everyone and welcome back to my video.
Chemical tankers carry a wide range of hazardous and sensitive cargoes that require specialized handling, safety measures, and knowledge of cargo properties. Below is an elaborate explanation of commonly used terms in chemical tanker operations. 1. Cargo compatibility. Cargo compatibility refers to the ability of chemical cargoes to be carried in adjacent tanks without any risk of chemical reactions, contamination, or hazardous outcomes. Certain chemicals react with each other, releasing heat, toxic gases, or even causing explosions. To ensure compatibility, a cargo compatibility chart, available on board, is referred to. Example: acids and alkalis are highly incompatible and must be segregated. 2. Toxicity. Toxicity is the measure of how harmful or poisonous a substance is to humans or the environment. Toxic chemicals can enter the body through inhalation, skin contact, or ingestion. Chemicals like benzene, toluene, and hydrogen sulfide, HS, are toxic and require proper ventilation in personal protective equipment, PPE. Toxic limits are measured in parts per million, ppm. 3. Flashpoint. Flashpoint is the lowest temperature at which a liquid chemical emits enough vapors to ignite when exposed to an ignition source, like a spark or flame. Chemicals with low flashpoints are highly flammable and dangerous. Example: methanol has a flash point of 11 degrees Celsius and requires inert gas protection during transport. 4. Auto-ignition temperature. 8. Auto-ignition temperature is the temperature at which a substance can ignite spontaneously without any external flame or spark. Substances with low 8 pose a fire hazard, especially during heating operations. Example: hydrocarbons have varying 8s depending on their composition. 5. Volatility. Volatility refers to how easily a substance evaporates at a given temperature. Highly volatile chemicals produce vapors quickly, which increases the risk of inhalation hazards and fire. Example: ethanol is highly volatile, requiring proper ventilation and safety measures. 6. Reactivity. Reactivity describes how readily a chemical reacts with other substances, such as water, air, or other cargoes. Reactive chemicals can cause dangerous reactions like fire, explosion, or toxic gas emissions. Example: sodium hydroxide, caustic soda, reacts violently with acids. 7. Inert gas system, IGS. An inert gas system is used to introduce inert gas, usually nitrogen or flue gas, into cargo tanks to reduce oxygen levels and prevent flammable atmospheres. Inert gas is critical for carrying cargoes with low flash points. Example: tanks carrying naphtha or benzene are inerted to minimize fire risks. 8. Vapor pressure. Vapor pressure is the pressure exerted by the vapors of a liquid in a closed system at a specific temperature. Chemicals with high vapor pressure evaporate easily and require proper tank venting. Example: propane has a high vapor pressure, so it must be carried in pressurized tanks. 9. Permissible exposure limit. PEL is the maximum concentration of a chemical substance a worker can be safely exposed to without adverse health effects. Measured in ppm or milligram per cubic meter over a time-weighted average, TWA. Example: the PEL for benzene is 1 ppm. 10. Threshold limit value, TLV. TLV refers to the airborne concentration of a substance that most workers can be exposed to without harmful effects. TLV includes limits like TLV-TWA, 8-hour work shift, and TLV-STEL, short-term exposure. 11. Carcinogenic. A carcinogenic substance is one that has the potential to cause cancer over time with prolonged exposure. Example: benzene is a well-known carcinogen. Exposure requires strict safety precautions. 12. MSDS, Material Safety Data Sheet. The MSDS is a document that provides critical information about a chemical, including physical properties, e.g., flash point, reactivity, health hazards, e.g., toxicity, carcinogenic risks. Each chemical on board must have an associated MSDS for reference. 13. Cargo heating. Cargo heating is the process of applying heat to cargo to maintain its liquid state, prevent solidification, or maintain a specific viscosity. Heating is common for cargoes like palm oil, molasses, and wax. Steam or hot water heating coils are used in tanks. 14. Solidifying cargo. Solidifying cargo refers to substances that can solidify or crystallize if the temperature drops below a certain point. Example: palm oil solidifies below 30 degrees Celsius. To prevent solidification, the cargo temperature must be maintained using heating systems. 15. Cargo tank coating. Cargo tank coatings are applied to the internal surfaces of tanks to protect against corrosion, contamination, and chemical damage. Common coatings include epoxy, suitable for a wide range of chemicals; phenolic epoxy, used for aggressive chemicals; stainless steel, corrosion resistant, ideal for acids and reactive chemicals. 16. Purging. Purging is the process of removing hazardous vapors or residual gases from a tank using inert gas or clean air. Purging is done before tank entry or after cargo discharge to prevent contamination or fire risks. 17. Stripping. Stripping is the process of removing the last residues of cargo from tanks using special stripping pumps or lines. It ensures tanks are clean and ready for the next cargo. 18. Slop tank. A slop tank is a dedicated tank used to collect cargo residues, sludge, and wash water from cleaning operations. Proper handling of slops is necessary to comply with MARPOL regulations. 19. Hydrogen sulfide, HS. Hydrogen sulfide is a toxic and flammable gas produced by certain cargoes like crude oil or petroleum products. It has a characteristic, rotten egg odor and poses severe health risks, including respiratory failure. 20. Ventilation. Ventilation involves removing harmful vapors from cargo tanks or enclosed spaces to maintain safe working conditions. Ventilation can be natural or mechanical depending on the cargo and atmospheric conditions. 21. Segregation. Segregation ensures incompatible cargoes are stored separately to prevent contamination or hazardous reactions. Tanks are physically isolated and piping systems are segregated. 22. Corrosion. Corrosion is the gradual deterioration of tank surfaces due to chemical reactions between cargo and tank materials. Example: strong acids like sulfuric acid corrode unlined tanks rapidly. 23. Vapor return system. A vapor return system allows cargo vapors displaced during loading to be safely collected and returned to shore facilities, preventing atmospheric pollution. 24. MARPOL Annex II. MARPOL Annex II governs the carriage, discharge, and handling of noxious liquid substances, NLS, on chemical tankers. It ensures environmental protection and safe cargo operations. Conclusion. Chemical tanker operations involve handling a variety of hazardous cargoes, each with specific physical and chemical properties. Terms like flash point, vapor pressure, reactivity, and solidifying cargo are critical for cargo management, while systems like IGS, purging, and ventilation ensure operational safety. Understanding these terms is essential for maintaining safety, preventing contamination, and complying with international regulations like MARPOL.
For more videos, subscribe Sailor 360 and stay connected.